This video is completely dedicated to the XRP holders who have XRP and is waiting patiently to reach their price destination. I agree, that's good, that's great. But one of the idea which I want to share with you guys here is, say you hold 100% XRP till now. Fine. Consider 10% of that moved into different projects, different protocols. It can help you in one way or the other, and I'm trying to show you guys what's happening out there. We've been exploring this from some time, and the SI family members are making good returns on that. Now it seems like we are getting attention in the node projects, in the risky staking projects, and they're starting to go back up. So I don't want you guys to miss on those. So I'm giving you that clarity here. There are passive income sources. There are high risky, staking projects, which is like 99,000% a year or 100,000% a year, which is huge. If you really put just $100 and you make $10,000, that's huge. So understand, yes, this is risky. You are not going to put a big amount of your portfolio there. And if just that 1% is going to work out for you, that's great. And you have other projects. So these projects are now getting more attention. Recently, this particular project got attention from the Robert Kiyosaki's channel, the Thor DeFi space. So yes, volume is about to come in. The price is low. The quotes below this is based on today morning's price. That's $16.5 per Thor. So just to enter, you only need $20 to test this stuff. So now you can actually say, I don't have $20 to test this one, right? This is investing space, and most likely you can afford that. Now if you're like, no, fine, I'm fine with the highest one, that's going to give you like 40% a month back. This is going to give you 35% a month back. Now it depends. If you're just trying it out, it's fine. I'll take you guys step by step through these protocols to show how you want to open it. Because I've been getting a lot of questions from my members, my friends. Dan, how can we do this? I'm like, okay, one of the easiest way is to actually do like this, and they kind of feel like, okay, that literally just went through above their heads. So I'm here trying to help you guys with that. Now this is a different project, Polar, where you just need $100 to start with, and your ROI is like 37% to 87% at the top. Now this is one of the other node project which actually stood very high without dropping too much during these corrections. So that's a good one. And then Spear Finance. This is on the Polygon network. So you'll actually have Polygon network, you'll fund Matic and then buy it using that. Then Titano. It's on Binance Smart Chain. So you'll use Binance Smart Chain and then BNB to buy this asset. Now let's actually look at how we can actually do this if you really want to buy into this. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. Now, if you remember a little bit back, I highlighted this, right? Just 10 days back, I was saying, okay, I'm selling a bit of my XRP, moving on to these coins. Fine. Now the nodes and other projects are actually doing great. Now, yes, we are going to dive deep into one by one of these projects and protocols, so you now know how to actually look at how much liquidity they have, what's the price action, to make yourself comfortable before you actually understand what's happening in the market. Say this is Thor. We've been talking about this from some time. It's breaking higher, it's getting more liquidity, it's getting more volume. The RSI is moving higher. So once you break this one, that's a higher high. On a shorter time frame, you are starting to trend back up. Now the previous high here in this was like $230, and before that it went up to $490. So if you're looking at the ROI possibility, that's really huge. Even if it goes to $150, that's 10x, right? And then you're getting the ROI, and inside this you have an option to stake it. So before we do that, I really want to show why is this really important. As Patrick Bet-David highlights here, this is really important. Earlier this year, it was like, okay, just 4% inflation, it's going to go away, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. It's increasing and it's like, inflation is really good. Your salary is going to go up. It's idiotic, right? But that's really what's happening. And right now, if you look at this from Europe, say Germany, shows this 22.6%. Whew. If you are a normal guy working to put food on table for your family, and you save money, put that in the bank, this is just like robbing you. If you understand that correctly, if you have $100 in the bank, you just lost 22% of your purchasing power. That's one of the reasons why we say, okay, look at different options. If you are investing that, be 70% in the fundamental assets, great. Look for some which are like 5% high risk, 5% of your portfolio in high risk, but if it plays out, 1% in those 5, if 2 of them works out, that's great. You're going to get that ROI, right? So here, this is Thor Financial. You go into this one. You have different options as we just talked about. So first, what you will need is your MetaMask on a Wax platform. So you first install MetaMask into your browser, and once MetaMask is installed, you will have to then put on like this. Say for this particular project, you need a Wax mainnet. If it's Spear Finance, you need Polygon mainnet. If it's Titano, you need Smart Chain, Binance Smart Chain. And then if it's Strong Block, you need Ether, right? So Thor and Polar works on Wax, so you just have to do one network if you are entering into those two. Now, how to do this? You actually enter here. Now, the same stuff. You actually enter the same stuff here when you click on your MetaMask. If you don't have, now, usually by default, you don't actually get all these networks there. What you will do is click on Add Network there, right? So instead of Ether, at first it would be only Ethereum mainnet. So you click on the Add Network, and you need to actually enter all the details. So when you are adding a network, this would be the page which you are taken to. So you need to enter all these details. Great. So now I'm going to show you this. Now you can pause the video, take this down. If it's for a Wax, this will be the details which you will put in. If it's Polygon, this will be the details which you're going to put in. And if it's Binance Smart Chain, this will be the details. So you can actually pause the video, type it in, and put it there. So now you have all these networks installed in your MetaMask. Now, once you have done that and you've made that change back to a Wax in your MetaMask, you come to this website, which is Thor Financial. And once you are in this website, so you make sure it's in a Wax, then you come here and you can different options. If you want to buy this, you hit Thor. You want to buy this one, fine. So first you click this one, buy Thor. It takes you to Trader Joe, where you are like, okay, I'm going to buy, say for example, X amount of Thor. For the example, you just click one Thor. Now when you're doing this for the first time, you'll have to approve the contract. Now all of these are smart contracts on blockchain. So you'll have to approve that contract. Once you click that, the MetaMask will pop up asking for you to give a confirmation. Then you will hit swap. So once you're doing that, again, the MetaMask will pop up showing the fee, and you have to do the confirmation there. So once you do that, your Thor balance will actually pop up here in a minute or two. Then you go back to the Thor website, and at the top you can see your Thor balance. Fine. Now you go back down, click on which tier you want to buy, select that particular tier, and name whatever you'd want for that particular tier, and approve the contract. When you're doing this for the first time, you need to do that. And then type in the name of the node which you're going to create and create node. And once it's done properly, you can actually see tiers whichever you have bought coming up, popping up like this. Now, to get the God mode or compounding in all rewards, you need God mode. So you need to actually activate each of all tiers. So that's one of the reasons why I've started from Heimdall, Freya, Thor, and then moved on to Odin. Now, most of them actually using the rewards itself, doing that compounding. Now, if you're doing the same for Polar, you come to the Polar website, you hit the bipolar option, you go here, and instead of, now it's more or less same, right? Here it's Thor, here you're buying Polar, and it's like this. So if you want to buy Polar, it shows here, and then you hit the push and you move it. Once you bought it correctly, similar procedure, it gets showed here in your Polar balance. Then you want to select whichever tier you want to buy. Then you're buying that tier. Then it shows up here in your notes. Fine. They ask you questions. First you approve and then you create the node. Now, when you are buying these, you do have to understand the difference is there. So for example, okay, let's clear the sun show. If you're buying the biggest tier, which is giving you 35 polar per day, that's into 30,050 polar per month. So that divided by 1,200 polar, which you bought in initially, gives you 87% a month back. Fine. If you're not going for that option, you're looking for the Oshaya one, that's like you're buying for 60 polar, right? So you get 9.2 polar a day into 30 days. That's 276 polar a month divided by 460. So you now get like 60% back on this tier. That's not actually bad. So your ROI here compared to other assets is great. Now, if it's a staking project like Sphere Finance, you're going onto their website, you'll have to switch it to Polygon network. You just hit switch and the network will actually ask, okay, let me switch this one, and you hit the confirmation button there, and then they take on your wallet which is connected there. And if you have the Matic balance, they will actually take you to buy this one. Now, to buy Sphere, you can actually go onto the quick swap, or they give different exchanges, whichever you want to choose from. Now I felt this one as comfortable, and if you want to buy that Sphere here, you type in Sphere and you can actually add that. So once you add Sphere, it will pop up in this one. Just make sure the slippage is around 13, 14, 15, because otherwise sometimes it doesn't actually work. So that's the same for here in Sphere, and when you are doing the same here in Titano. So you enter Titano, you click open app, you go onto this platform. Fine. But the difference is here your MetaMask should be on the Binance Smart Chain. If that's the case, then fine, you're in this, you're buying it. So here to buy this, instead of going on to quick swap, you'll be actually taken on to different exchange where you can actually buy this. Now, if you want to connect from Pancake Swap, you can actually do that too. So you go in here, which I felt personally comfortable with. It was really easy here. So you connect your network, then you put in, say, how much you want to buy, and connect your wallet first, and then approve the transaction. That pops back up in your Titano account. That's it. You're done. Now, don't go 100% moving from one asset to another, because we never know which asset is going to perform well. You diversify properly. That's risky stuff which I'm saying. The 100,000%, we don't know whether it's going to be a Ponzi, whether it's going to be a rug pull. But if it happens to stay there for like 6 months, 4 months, and you put 1% there, and now it's like 10% of your portfolio, that's great. You can buy your XRP back. Say if you had 100,000 units of XRP, now you may be buying another 10,000 back for the free money from one project of 1%. Then you have distributed in another project, say that failed, fine. But you still have others, node projects, which is giving you monthly return. So that kind of becomes a passive income, and buyback, the purchasing power, it's increasing. So that's how you do actually these stuff, because the market is actually becoming super bullish. These are all bullish news. When you have this level of inflation, you really don't want to be sitting in fiat. You want to make money when this market still exists and it's moving for wave 2. You don't want to make any mistake. You want to actually try. Yes, you will make mistake, and that's where we learn from, and that's how we grow. Fine. But you try to diversify in a way that it's not going to hurt you too much. So the SI family members have tried this, we moved on, and that's actually great. We moved a particular amount of XRP and we moved into different assets. They are doing fine. The node projects are giving us good rewards. We are moving that, some are holding that, some are staking that. You have a lot of different options, right? So now, if you're receiving value, guys, please do hit that like button. This took some time for me to arrange all this and do this for you guys. So yeah, make sure if you receive value, hit that like and subscribe button. Now, looking on to the price fluctuation here, this is Bitcoin. Fine. You do understand there is resistance bar, which is your 100-day moving average, which happens to be, kind of resisting the price for now. And XRP, you'll only get this invalidated when you move above 0.77. Otherwise, you're looking for supports, which can be dropping like here. So in the meantime, if you are in other projects, even 10%, that 10% is making you return on every day. So you get the money if you want to, or you hold it and then take it out when the price goes back up. Now, what do I mean by that? Because when you look at the Thor chart, say you go on a shorter time frame chart, or you go look at what's happening with Thor, it was like $10 a couple of days back, and right now it's breaking higher. If you understand this pattern, that's bullish and you're breaking higher. So you're going to go back, and the possibility is there. Now, we don't know the time frame, but you can still go back to 250, you can still go back to 500, right? So that possibility is there. Then you go look at Polar. Right now you're consolidating. Great. That's an opportunity because you just went up towards $4.2 and came back down. So buying opportunity is when the asset is down. So you look at opportunities. Now that's a bit weird chart. So if you actually really go on to this one, you can have the option to look at the chart. You go on to the Polar chart and you see like, okay, $10, $20 for this asset is not too far-fetched. You're going to reach there. The difference is it doesn't have that much liquidity compared to Thor. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why they give you higher reward. If your reward is higher, the level of risk you are taking is higher. So now this definitely shows me. Now, I've been highlighting this to my members previously, right? We went up, we broke higher. We are now making a rounded bottom. We are going to go back up. So as we bounce, you're going to have this price going up and accumulated profits. You go look at how the market is shifting and you're like, okay, there are some people selling, but then big guys come in and they buy. So whatever you sell, the other guy, the whale in this particular platform is buying it up. Why? Because they do understand there is something happening in this space and they want to make the most of it. So guys, if you actually understand this properly, you are like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to balance my risk. I'm going to first look at what my risk level is and then look at what I'm comfortable doing and then move on to this, because you have a lot of different fundamentals evolving and there's like 10,000 different projects. It's hard to look at all of those and make a decision. But you try to get 100, 200 of those and then study them. Practice, implement and practice whether it's working fine. If it is working fine, then it's actually good for you. Then you kind of double down on it, right? That's what we are doing. And if you want help for these, for your portfolio, you have a lot of different options. You have a lot of different assets in your portfolio. And you're like, okay, I really don't know which asset to move, how it to move and all. You can get a one-on-one session where we discuss all this, right? You can look at the Patreon. The link is given in the description below for that and for the TA of all of these assets. Because when the price blasts, there's a lot of coins which are showing you the breakout pattern close to the breakout. They're going to break out soon. When the market moves, they're going to run quicker. Right now, they're grinding, but the pace is going to go high because you have this marketplace where you can see a lot of assets are just doing the average, whereas some of them are doing above average. And if you're in them, that's good for you, right? That's our perspective. So guys, I believe you received value for your time. And if you did, please do hit that like and subscribe button. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.